This is the WHTC Morning News with Gary Stevens and Peg McNichol on 99.7, 1450 WHTC and WHTC.com.
Welcome back to the WHTC Morning News for this Wednesday, June 16th. It's the third Wednesday of the month, which means we have an update and a visit from Farm Life with a farm wife, author and blogger Diane Loew. It's brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, Markup Agency, 477 Chicago Drive in Allen. Call Mark now for a quote at 396-5728, 616-396-5728 for Farm Bureau Insurance, Markup Agency. Author and blogger Diane Loew joins us from her home in the Hudsonville area via the Zoom connection. Diane, good morning and welcome back to WHTC.
Good morning. How are you?
We are well, nice, bright, and sunny. And before we go on what's on your mind for today, I hope all is well at the farm with the family and, of course, with the animals.
Yes, it is dry. We need rain really bad, and we're hoping that it's going to come tonight. But we have our first cutting hay is all done. Thank you, Jesus. That was awesome. Our guys have been working really hard. And if any of you guys know any farmers out there, make sure you give a thank you to them, because farmers all over the place right now, especially if they have crops that are time sensitive, they are running ragged trying to get things done. So our guys have been really busy, and I'm very grateful that we've got all of our hay done now, at least first cutting. There'll be more.
Speaking about guys and employment, you've been able to sort of keep the staff pretty much staff levels good, because I know that a lot of industries have been hurting for getting enough help, and the help wanted signs are out in a lot of things. Has that affected you or not really?
No, we've been pretty well. I think farming is a little bit unique. I always joke that white guys don't last long here. That probably shouldn't have said that, but hey, it's the truth. Most people don't want to work as hard as what we do. So the people who we hire are people who are actually looking to work. And we've got an awesome bunch of people working with us. And I keep saying with us because we're not an armchair farmer and sit around and tell everybody else what to do. We're working side by side with them. And we've got a good crew. We're very grateful and blessed that the people we have working for us right now are reliable, hardworking. We can count on them. And we're very, like I said, very grateful that we have them.
All right, Diane, as always, when you join us every first and third Wednesdays of the month, there is something that's on your mind that you want to pass along. So the forum is now, and the stage, I should say, is now yours.
All right. Well, I wanted to talk about Mark Hop, my sponsor. Years ago, when I first started coming on air, it's got to be over 16 years ago. I came on with Red Kingman, just goofing around, playing around, and then was offered a spot. And Mark Hop became my sponsor those long years ago. And he has been my sponsor ever since. And every year when it's time to do it again, he calls me, he says, you want to go another round? And, if I do, he does. If I say no, he's okay with that too. So I'm very grateful for the fact that he has enough confidence in me that he basically says, here you go, do what you want to do. And he kind of lets me do my own thing. And I try very hard not to be offensive or do, topics that I shouldn't be doing, but it's really nice knowing that I can talk about anything that I really want. But he has earned for the fourth consecutive year, the Farm Bureau Insurance Distinguished Sales Award. And he has won that for 7 times, and he deserves it. He is one of the good guys. If you don't have insurance, or if you're looking for new insurance, go check out Mark. He comes and sits down at our table. We talk about things, and it's not just insurance things. We talk about life. We talk about family. He's somebody that is very easy to relate to, and he's been our insurance guy forever. His father-in-law was the insurance guy we had before that. But he comes out to the farm every year. We go over things, and we've had a few claims that through storms, and he's right out there that same day looking at things, talking about how we should, do things and what would be best. And the people in his office are pretty good too, because I'm one of those people who call in, because we don't get a whole lot of like workman comp claims and things like that. And I'll call in and say, okay, how do I do this again? And even though they've told me 10 times, they'll tell me again. And I never feel like I'm a bother to them. So his son is also in the office with him now. But he's just a really, really good guy. We share values with our families and our faith and ethics and things like that. I don't think you'll find a better insurance man than Mark Hopp and the people in his office. So I just wanted to bring a highlight to him. I would love to have him on air, but he probably wouldn't come on air with me because he's that kind of a guy. But he says, a quote from him, he says, "I learned a long time ago that if you take care of your clients will take care of you. We don't sell things, rather we provide protection, and we can't measure the meaning of that to our clients." And he is a good guy. I would just like everybody to consider, like I said, if you're looking for somebody, or if you're driving by Chicago Drive and you happen to like this little farm life with a farm wife segment, stop in, tell them so. Drop him a card. I think this is a big deal to be statewide, for him to win this for the 4th year in a row and 7 times since 2006. It's been 7 times that he's earned that. So I just wanted to shout out to him, thank him, and let everybody know how much I'm grateful to him and value him.
Talk a little bit about, as a client, about the differences, I wouldn't say differences, but the challenges of being a farmer and having your operations insured. There has to be something unique about the agricultural industry that those who specialize on dealing with farm insurance probably has a better insight than maybe some of the glitzier insurance agencies that spend a lot on special programs and special initiatives and catchy phrases or catchy slogans. Farm insurance probably is a little bit different than maybe some other forms of insurance.
Oh, yeah, I would imagine. For instance, the last go around that we had, we were talking about, for instance, if our parlor burned down, well, we've got 700 cows at this farm that need to be milked. Just say, hey, you guys go over here to this corner of the barn and wait till we rebuild it, and then we'll take care of you. You have to figure out where you're going to go with your animals and find a place and transportation and the cost of all of that, the cost of if your barn burns down and your feed is gone, it's different, but it's the same. I guess basically he understands and he looks for the needs that we would have in a catastrophe. And then he helps us create a plan that would cover us if need be. And like I said, he's not one of these pushy guys that try to sit down and convince you or scare you into doing anything. If we say, hey, this year we need to scale back, or this year because the money is tight, he's okay, well, let's see what we can do. Let's rearrange this in a way that's better for you. So like I said, I can't say enough good things for him. I mean, I kind of consider him as a friend. We don't do anything socially, but like he was invited to my grandson's open house because he's been part of our life for who knows how long. So he's just a good guy. Check him out.
And the other thing too is the fact that you, Diane Loew, as basically an independent farmer, not a large corporate entity. Sometimes, there are other entities that will, cater to the big guys, and the little guys, well, if we have time, we'll take care of them.
Right.
Not that way with you guys.
No, Mark, no, not at all. I feel like we are, when he's here and we're talking about stuff, I feel like we're one of, if not the most important client that he has. He makes you feel like it's your time with him, and he's right there. I mean, I like I said, he's a great guy, and I think he does his job really well. And we've been satisfied for years and years and years. And for him to win that award again, the 7th time statewide, that speaks volumes, I think.
She is Diane Loew, a farm life with a farm wife, author and blogger. Catch her on Facebook, A Farm Wife. We'll put links to not only your Facebook, but also your Facebook page, but also to Mark Hop, Farm Bureau Insurance, when we put the podcast of our conversation, Diane, on our webpage at WHTC.com a little bit later on this morning. Diane, thank you, and we'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks.
You bet.
Thank you very much, Diane Loew, on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC. A Farm Life with a Farm Wife has been a service of Farm Bureau Insurance, Mark Hop Agency. 477 Chicago Drive in Holland. Call Mark now for a quote at 616-396-5728. That's 616-396-5728 for Farm Bureau Insurance, Mark Hop Agency.